Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik. Welcome back to more of Animal Crossing New Leaf. Yes, last time we ended up paying off our home loan, which means we got a whole room full of stuff that we get to push around. And I'm gonna push all of it to the wall, but I'm definitely gonna have a bit of a redecorate next time I get the chance. But you can go to the corner. Everything else we can leave it up in the air. We're not gonna spend too long here because it's currently in the evening, and if you remember the promise I made a few episodes ago, I said that 39, considering 40 is going to be the last episode of this series before we put it on a little bit of a break. Yes, we're gonna go and we're gonna check out. No, please, I've heard that noise so long in City Folk, I do not want it in this house. Yeah, but no, I said that we were gonna go catch some bugs this episode, and like I said, this house doesn't pay for itself. We need to pull our weight, so we are gonna go to the island and do just that, and we're gonna vibe for a little bit. And after this, I also need to record a Neremik Direct, which is nice and spicy, nice and cool. Either way, so we've got a few things here. So, okay, I apologise about that. Citra acts funny when I click on it sometimes, but Panseti has left. I'm pretty sure I encouraged them to leave, so bye-bye. Jax, 622, I'll keep that saved because that's 3 days away. Maybe that could be the finale. And anyway, it's currently Father's Day, so if things get tough, you can always come home. Your dad's too old-fashioned to say it himself. Aww. Yes, happy Father's Day to all you people that are celebrating today. Not America, though. They have to have it on a different day, because they're weird. But yes, we've got some red carnations that we'll plant right here, so we don't go forgetting we have. Either way, I believe with that, our good lord, Citra, I run a new graphics card on my brother in Christ, and the next thing you know, it's jumping all over the place. Will we have that sorted out by the time we do another series? IDK. Anyway, I have just realised we are a little short on cash, so we'll need to quickly go raise some funds, and then we shall get down to business to defeat the Huns. Yes. So, let's see, 500 each foreign fruit. There's an apple tree here. Easy, and we get 500 changed. Perfect. I could, part of me is saying to, ever so slightly go see if there's someone in the campsite and get a, what's it called? Coffee from Brewster, but I don't think we will. We'll play it chill. Yeah, we don't need to stick to tradition over here. We can have a spicy episode if we so wish. Anyway, I have been working today, actually, and the last 2 days as well. So today was the third day in a row that I've worked, which I'm not particularly acclimatized to. I've done it a few times at my old job, but it never fails to drain me. Anyway, minimalist sofa, a lazy Susan table. I should have probably thrown those down when I was in there before, but yeah. But no, I am a little drained, so this episode kind of fits perfectly, because it is. Literally, I get to chill on an island and collect some bugs for, like, almost about 15-ish minutes now. So yeah. It's a nice little episode, and of course next time is the finale, so we're probably going to go say goodbye to everyone. Maybe try work behind the bar with Brewster, we shall see. And yes, I think that shall be it. It shall be very nice. But, so I'll send everyone head to the island, it'll be 1,000 bells a trip. No problem. A little bit of fundraising, and we are set. Anyway, yeah, I'm recording another Neremik Direct after this, because I have a bunch of stuff I want to announce. And I did promise one within the month, and it's been about 3 weeks, so I should probably get around to doing it. And again, I am behind a few days on recordings because, as expected, working 3 days back to back for like 6 hours each, it doesn't give you the most availability. But we're going to make it work. So yeah, I'm going to do that because it's they're fun to make and, well, yeah, meh. Anyway, so I met with my wife sailing the 7 seas. She made me weak in the knees. I knew it was love. That doesn't rhyme. Sometimes love smacks you in the face. Don't always play it fair. Makes you so sick. So sick. Puts you on the plank and gives a shove. A true man of the sea, having strong legs and a firm core. A piece of advice. Don't play with stink bugs, especially when you got a date coming up. Charming, yes. Charming when I'm reading them out, less so. Anyway, yar, we be landing soon. Poggers. let's get it then. Let's go fill this island up. Well, all the basket back home up with so many bugs. Like I said, it's nice. It doesn't feel like nighttime because it's like feels like tea time outside, but no, it's 8:40. It's normal hours in the real world. It's like it's dark in Animal Crossing. It's like, yeah, it should be that colour outside, but it's not. Anyway, so hand out a load of goods so that you can have a merry little time. Thank you. So all I need is my net and my commentary skills for the next 12 or so minutes of this recording. Because I'm just that good. So do you think my 3D glasses will scare off any bugs? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, off to a start. Is that... Okay, I think it's a Cyclomatus stag. And not a golden stag, but... Okay. My brother in a fuck, it quite literally hit you on the skull. You should be in my pockets. It's fine. It's fine. No, I'm not completely seething at that thought, action whatsoever, because we got another one. Yeah, so basically, this makes an asinine amount of money. The fact that this was, like, playtested and nobody thought, wait a second, is mind-boggling, but I'll take it. See, the question is, I kind of want to pick these up, if solely to stave off bugs that maybe spawn around them, you know. Put them in a basket, and that way they're not taking up too much space. Just enough. I mean, we could take them home and sell them, actually. I mean, again, if you're stacking them, it could realistically be a bit of a smart move. If they sell for 500 each, better yet, you plant some trees. Okay, no, not falling into the city folks trap, he says, having already fallen into it in this series, but, you know, keep you there. You can be a nice little payday for us. We are not going to plant them, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Why? Again, I'm hitting on the head and he's just not cooperating. And I don't like him. It's fine. Like I said, we're already doing quite good. Like, especially kind of fruit, we got 2 beetles. I mean, the spawn rates can be a little bit fucked, but, you know, on the whole... Like I said, I think this one sells for like 3,000. Not bad, considering the last time we saw a beetle, which was like, what, 10 seconds ago? Okay, like, yeah, again, you're worth 3,000, and it's like, if I wanted to be picky, I could technically avoid you, but another 3,000. It's like, that's like 2 fruit trees in the time it probably takes to shake 2 fruit trees. But where this one gets spicy is that these don't run out like you fucking... Don't say the naughty word that gets the video blacklisted, but you, individual that I have a disregard for the well-being of. Yeah, that's... Okay, that's like in a polite way to saying a naughty word that YouTube doesn't like. Yeah, phrase, still. Ugh. Anyway, look at us go, though. Shame that we didn't get the golden stag, but we are still having a hashtag Neremik sweep on the beach. Can we do... Oh, it was fine. It was only 3,000. Yeah, it was only 3,000. He says, like, while crying. Because I think the Cyclomatus stag's worth the least, so I don't particularly care about scaring those guys off. And if it comes to, like, the part where there's, like, a golden stag and I have to, like, throw someone out, I will happily trade them off. Because golden stag's worth, like, 20k or something stupid. Those guys are rare, but... they taste good. Not that I have eaten a golden stag, but, like, you know, you're eating good if you catch one. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Look who it is. Mon frere, you thought you had escaped my wrath, and you may yet still. But I would beg to differ. So cut golden stag, better not spend it all in one place. Oh, you had better not. Now, please drop in the ocean. Thank you. Opening up my bug spawn slots. How considerate. Anyway, I do see Big Man there, which means that typically, if you see one at the top, when you're walking back around, it typically means that the trees are loaded up on the side, so... Oh, I got antsy and I didn't want to get too close and scare them off, but... You know, it's better to have... Okay, well, either way, like I say, you see them at the top when you're walking back around, and you just know that the trees are loaded. We've got 3 more after this, if we catch it. Knew I should have brought it down a second earlier. It's fine. If I can get a golden stag on this side to make up for my emotional instability from the prior events, Yes, please die. Thank you. Yes, in case you're wondering why I'm trying to kill every other bug that isn't a beetle, this game, how the game spawns them is very, I'm not sure what the word would be. Weird. There's like a cap on how many bugs can be in a single area at once. So by killing, or scaring off of the bugs, it means that the ones I want spawn. So for example, you... I'm not sure if fish count towards that cap, but I always like to pretend they do just as a... like, pretty much a contingency measure, honestly. Just, like, again, please die. Like, why are there so many of it? I think if I go out and in, they may get scared off. So, like I said, how much space we got? Still for that. Hurts slightly. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. You know what? I'll go deposit this. I'll go deposit this. Again, we've got more than enough space, and we've been here. Okay, it's saying we've been here a matter of 2 minutes 40 seconds. Well, at least since we left the cabin, because I think we came out of the door dead on 10 minutes. Which is surreal, and I refuse to believe is true, because you tell me we caught this much in 2 minutes. Am I, like, suffering from time dilation, or am I just... We've already filled... Now, I don't want to be that guy, but, like, if those things on the ground stop spawning, and we get, like, you know, get lucky, Daft Punk style, I would not be opposed to potentially having filled out the entire thing, which is, like, it's a neat little payday, honestly, so... Okay, you need to scare. Not seeing any of the little skittish ones, so... Yeah, you see you, though. Get out of here. This is my beach. Yes, but now what we're gonna do, keep looping around. They do take a few loops to spawn in sometimes. Just keep an eye on, like, all the spawn locations. It's like, ugh. I know the logistics of how bugs spawn in this game, because I remember once I was on holiday, and, what's it called? I remember distinctively I spent a lot of time while we were in, like, away. It was, I remember it was a very interesting holiday because, I spent a lot of time, farming bugs in this game. After I put the game down for ages, I started a new town farm bugs, and I was flying high, I'm pretty sure. Okay, must have been if I'd been here that much. But, oh, you better get scared off by my epic catching skills. Oh, no, I remember it was always a weird holiday that stuck in my mind, because it wasn't, like, the most upstanding cabin, but they had cable. I remember I watched YouTube on my 3DS at some point. I was trying to keep up with... I never even watched Stampede, but I think my brother wanted to watch, like, his Race to the Moon series, whatever it was. Yes, we watched that on my 3DS, but also we spent the entire week we were there watching Challenge, which is a renowned TV station here in the UK, which shows reruns of quiz show programs mostly. And I was obsessed. It's a phenomenal week. I was sat there watching, like, episodes of Golden Balls from 2006, like, the guy was gullible and had his hell of much money they'd won that episode stole from them. To be fair, I don't think any country does, like, game shows as baller as Great Britain, because, like, we have made some banging game shows. It's like, I'm trying to think, because it was brought, because again, I mentioned I worked at the bar, that's where I've been the last few days, like, hence why I'm a bit behind on uploads, but I remember distinctly, one of the questions mentioned the show called The £1 Million Drop, and it was evil, because they gave you £1 million, and you had to, basically, they gave you multiple choice questions, and you had to, place your money on these hatches, which correspond to answers to the questions. And if it was correct, the money wouldn't fall down the hatch. But if it was, you basically literally saw money tumble away from you. So you started with £1 million, and it would slowly trickle down to the point where you were inevitably lost, or, like, one with, like, a fraction of the money that you could have had, and it was arguably very cruel. But my God, was it good television. God. Could you imagine me being a game show host? I feel that would be, like... It would be on brand, but it'd be awful. Because, like, those guys have, like, pre-prepared jokes, and they've got to have banter with the guests. And I have irredeemably good banter with myself, but tell me random people from Surrey I need to, like, have a good vibe with after knowing for, like, all but of 10 minutes maybe backstage. Yeah, no. No, I found myself thinking on my shift the other day, because it was a quiz. I was thinking, like, you know, if, like, for whatever reason he couldn't come in, like, maybe he was ill or something, I reckon I could at least do a serviceable job filling in for him. Like, I don't know. I always, like, I don't know. I I suppose I was undersold it to myself that, what's it called? This has given me a decent enough voice to, like, present things, so. I mean, also, like, where the hell are these bugs? Right, I'm going out and in because this is clearly not working. For some reason, it doesn't like me anymore. I mean, we've got a golden stack, so. But no, like I said, I think doing this for how many years has it been now? 2013. I think it was September 9th, 2013 that my first video went up, so it's like, well, shit, it's 9 years this year, if you want to count my first channel, and if you want to count Neremik, that was 2015, so that's 7 years, so either 7 years on Neremik or 9 years total. You know, it has kind of got my, like, presenting skills up, so, you know, take what you can get. It's like, I don't know. So, do you think I'd be a good quiz show host, or do you think I should, like, stick to my silly little internet videos? I don't know. Like I said, another thing I thought was, like, again, it's like people like, oh, what's the point of doing YouTube if, like, you ain't getting the money for it and whatnot? And I think that's stupid. Going to YouTube for fun, not for money. Memo of the day. But like, no, a bunch of people like, why do you do YouTube if you're not getting money from it? And it's like, well, it's fun. But also B, like, you learn other skills, like. I was always decent at writing in school, so when I started the review series, that was like a good way to kind of keep that alive in spirit, because I didn't pursue a career in English, so. Well, my career is in English, but English isn't like writing. But no, I started the review series, and I thought, I wouldn't have started doing this if it wasn't for this channel. Like, because, well, think of it, I wouldn't have wrote a whole ass review if I had no one to share it to, if I didn't have a publisher. With YouTube, I did that, and it's like, I remember I thought myself, sometime after the Shenmue 2 review, which arguably not the best video to be thinking that off, considering it was like an hour-long plot summary at one point. But I thought, you know, if all else fails, I could at least become like a decent enough games reviewer. I was like that is the dream job. Next to doing this and like, you know, good content, potentially live streaming, like that is one of the dream careers. And it's like, I never really thought of it that way, but it's like, no. It's like, I thanks to this, I've got good old presenter skills, and, you know, a little bit of a knack for reviewing games. I mean, some people would like to argue that maybe, just maybe, the leniency on some aspects of games is to, fuck you, or you weren't even within range. It's like, no, I don't know. It's like, I got a bunch of skills from doing it, I'm appreciative of it. And funnily enough, we were playing the game, which started it all back on that fateful September day in 2013. Yeah, in case you don't know, my first video was actually New Leaf. Recorded using my brother's 3DS. Which is funny, because I'm not sure I've spoken about this. I'm thinking of making a video in July, talking about the beginnings of Neremik, actually, because the reason I swapped this to this channel is a bit more interesting than you may think. And July is an interesting month that kind of ties into that. But, okay, in my defense, the turning in this game is horrific. But I'm also annoyed, because that should not be the case. Get him, Annette. Revenge capture. I don't know. What was I in the ring saying? Was this talking about why I moved over to Neremik? Oh yeah, no, on my first channel I purged a bunch of videos because of reasons. Which are not the reasons you'd expect. I wasn't exactly embarrassed of them, but there was reasons that I purged a bunch of videos from my old channel. And I remember being annoyed. And like that's part of the reason I started Neremik, because I just deleted like 300 videos worth in my back catalogue. I wasn't exactly too chuffed, you could say. But one of the videos that remained was my very first 3 videos, which is amazing, because the only reason they survived is because really early on in my channel's history, my SD card had a so I was using my 3DS to record, which is like a key bit of it, and I remember it wasn't playing ball, like it was not enjoying me. Are you sorry, losing money makes me go a bit mental. But no, my 3DS wasn't playing ball with my capture card, so I went out and bought a new one. And from that point onwards, every video I recorded was on that capture card, and I deleted it after recording. But that original capture card, which wasn't playing ball, I never got to the point of deleting them, because it was like 3-4 videos in, maybe. So they remained, and it was just in a pot for years, kind of like waiting to be discovered. And, I know, I always thought it was cool, like, literally, like, the first, like, proper YouTube purchase I made, single-handedly preserved arguably the most important piece of history behind it, which is, like, You go, me. Well, you go, 3DS, for complaining about the read-write rights or what have you. You go, because that inadvertently saved a video I thought had been lost to time. Like, twice, actually. Because obviously, that purge removed a bunch of videos. But my third video, I believe, I recorded it outside, and I cringed at the thought of doing that. It's like, why? You record indoors? It's like... I don't even get into it, because I'll get mad at past me. Oh my god, I quick-scoped him. But no, my third video was recorded outside, and somebody shouted penis. And my mum got annoyed that somebody was saying a mean word and made me remove the video. But because I didn't want to jump in episode numbers, I substituted it with a Mario Kart video. Instead, Mario Kart 7. And I thought that video was lost because, again, I deleted that shortly after it had been uploaded. But no, it turned out it survived longer than most of the other back catalogued videos from my first channel. So it's weird how that all worked out in a roundabout way. But so if you can't tell, I'm appreciative of the fact that, like, some of that stuff remains. You weren't even within range. You are mean. It's like, I want to get, like, one more big payday. If you look at our pockets, like, we're doing decent. Actually, how many slots do we have? We have... Okay, we're already on minute 23. We probably should start wrapping up soon. Maybe we'll do the outro here, buy ourselves a few extra minutes of bug hunting. Yeah, why not? But no, I'm appreciative of the fact that I have those videos, because that's where it all began. And it's like, the rest of that channel, for what it's worth, is, like, cool. Again, there's not as much content on there as I thought there was. It's like, I can really list the Let's Plays I did on it, honestly. It was Sims 4, Sims City, a semi-modded Minecraft series, a Minecraft mini-game series, and New Leaf. Oh, and FNAF. FNAF 1 at some point, later FNAF 4, and then Smooth Operators. And then another Minecraft survival series. That's pretty much everything I did, which is like still amounted to like 100, 200 videos. Like 200 videos minimum, but still. Yeah. Interesting how that all works out. Go away. I'm not here to fish, I'm here to bug. Yeah, but no, it's whack. I like talking about the other days of my channel because it was like... Again, this... If we're getting towards the timestamps, I can't really get into it in detail, but the other days of my channel, it was just kind of... What would be the word? I don't want to say untainted, because it makes it sound like Neremik as like some sort of drug front. It's not. For the FDA, who's probably watching the DFA. The DEA. There we go. Got their third try. And it's like, I don't know. It just, that was where it all began. I was like, I was young and I did things on a whim and yeah. And yeah, okay, joy. I just want one more bug and I will wrap this recording up. I'm gonna go mental. I'm gonna become the Joker. He says as his voice cracks, I'm gonna quick scope you. You, Soldier Boy style, apparently. I call it a horned atlas. It's like a weight has been lifted. Yes. An atlas? Weight, perhaps? Who knows? Okay, I am talking like I'm old-timey. I don't know why, but you know what? Sure, it's for the... That's not how nets work. You know, it's fine, it's fine. I said to catch one last bug and I'd start the outro, so I will, but that won't stop me from hunting for more bugs in the outro. So if you have enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It all helps out a bunch. Lets me know you want to see more of this, and all of that good stuff. Quick scoped again. But until next time, with all said, all that aside, I really hope you enjoyed. Tune in next time for the outro, because I think it'll be a fun little one to end off on, and then gives the channel a bit more room to breathe. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. My name's been Neremik, and peace out.